come out at the old ball game.
Happy Sunday, everybody, and welcome in to Packs for Breakfast. We got 1993 Donruss coming at you this week. Just came in, excited to open it up. I don't actually really remember these cards, which is kind of intriguing. Looking at the packs, looking at the side of the box to see what the cards preview, and I just couldn't remember these, so I'm guessing I never collected them. But should be fun to open. Randy, how are you doing this week?
Doing great. F1 is back. Lando Norris won the first race. Verstappen finished second in a rainy Australia. A lot of wrecks. But yeah, it was exciting. It's like all my stuff is coming back. Baseball's coming back. It's like Formula One, NASCAR, football draft. I mean, it's like in the NBA and the NHL are starting to get closer to their postseasons. It's a great time of year to be a sports fan.
Yeah, most definitely. We got a lot going on to pay attention to, but also to be excited for. Basketball's still got a little ways to go, but
well, they're at about 15, 16 games before they get to the, but now you're going to start getting playoff positioning and, stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see where the Nuggets end up. It'll be interesting to see if the Nuggets can actually break out of this terrible slump after losing to the Wizards again.
Yep. Well, do you remember opening these 1993 Donruss cards?
I do not. It's like I don't even remember those packs. And I mean, I'm, in that era, it's like I was standing in front of the baseball cards and the collector cards all the time, and I don't remember those cards at all. That pack.
We were discussing $1.98 being 26 baseball cards, and I'm trying to think, in 93, that was probably, it was either a little bit expensive or cheap. I can't decide.
I mean, it could have been a little expensive for 93, but you look at it now and you think to yourself, I could have gotten 26 cards for $2. It's like, it doesn't feel so bad.
So it looks like we've got long ball leader inserts in these packs, and I think there's another one too, so we'll have to see if we can grab some of these inserts.
I mean, the thing is, it's like this will be based off the 92 season, of course, which the Rockies and Marlins had still not played their first games. Their minor league teams, like their single A teams, I think were playing, but their major league teams were starting in this year in 93. So we're probably not going to see a lot of Rockies and Marlins cards in here at all, but we will see future Rockies and Marlins.
So that is a fat pack, as you can maybe focus. There's a lot of cards to go through here, so we'll start off with Melito Perez. Interesting. It's a very clean design for a card. Definitely still don't remember these. I got plenty of the 92 Donruss because they had the blue. It was like baby blue or sky blue. Very distinct, but these are a much cleaner, bigger picture. I kind of like it. It's simple.
We'll see if they give us some good action shots.
We got Jimmy Key. He's a staple.
Giving it his all.
Staple of the early 90s baseball cards. Jeff Russell. Got a good grip there.
It's like, he looks like there's a great pitcher right there, David Cone.
Yeah. Went to the Yankees. Wasn't he on those teams that are in the World Series perennially.
Oh yeah, David Cone was one of their better starters during that era. He was very good for the Yankees.
Juan.
Well, maybe that was his swan song, his last game, because I don't remember Russ Swan.
A lot of pitchers going on for this first start.
Boy, it's only been pitchers. Is this the pitcher pack?
Oh, no, there we go. Checklist.
Great card.
Nice.
Great card. Look at how great that card is.
Well, it's kind of cool too because it's got the pic. At least it's got a picture, an action on it.
Boy, I hope we get Randy Knorr.
Rated rookie Al Martin. You'll have to look him
He
up.
turned out to have a pretty good career.
You have to look him up and see what he ended up at.
Let's see. I think Al Martin did pretty well in his career he wasn't a superstar, but he was.
Uh-oh. We got a repeat already.
What?
Melito
How are you
Perez.
going to repeat that quick?
Not sure.
Well, he played from 92 to 03. He did finish his career with the Devil Rays. He had 132 home runs, 276 batting average, 485. I mean, you're a rated rookie and you have about a 10 or 11-year career. It's not bad.
Certainly better than most.
He didn't do anything of note, like he never made an all-star team or won a gold glove, but, decent little career there.
We got B.J. Surhoff, another solid catcher, but staple of early 90s baseball cards. He'll go up on the wall for now because probably won't be hard to get him out of there, but
then right there, you got one of the best all-time closers in Lee Smith.
it's a good picture. We got Brian Harper. Different Harper.
Hey, he's a better catcher than B.J. Surhoff.
Well, that's the fun of the musical stands, is you get to constantly upgrade.
Yeah, you get to. It's like you're constantly changing them out.
Got Danny Tardival.
Who has actually been on one of our teams, I think.
I believe he did make one of them. Keep him off for now. Ooh, look at the windup of that guy, Frank Seminara. He's really whipping that thing.
It's like, well, the good thing is he's falling to first base, which is where he probably is the direction he should fall in for making a play to first base, but...
Yeah, Henry Mercedes. Dave Rigetti.
Who last week I gave cancer to, the poor guy.
Ken Griffey Jr., who...
Here's the only thing about that card.
What's that?
We all love Griffey,
Mm-hmm.
but he's in his warm-ups.
Yeah.
He's not even got the Mariners. He's not even flashing the Mariners out there. It's like, I don't know if that was maybe the picture that should have been chosen.
I don't know, and I kind of like it. So I guess it just depends on who's looking at it. Got Scott Brocious. Tim Naring. Brian McRae. He was always, I always liked watching him play. He was a quick guy.
Yeah, it's like Brian McRae was look at that guy.
Oof. David Cone.
Yeah, it's like I like David Cone, but not better than Nolan Ryan.
All right, Nolan, you're in there. And I have to imagine we've put Nolan on one of our all-star teams, but
Have we had a Nolan Ryan?
I don't know that we have.
I don't know that we have either, because I don't remember. I don't remember, because I know he's got the most no-hitters. I know he's got the most strikeouts, but I don't know if we've ever actually gotten a Nolan Ryan card to put on the board. That's very cool that we finally got him, but man, that guy would be That guy would be hard to beat for most pitchers.
Yes. Greg Maddux, you're not sneaking in on this one.
No, Greg Maddux is not sneaking in to beat out Nolan Ryan.
Albert Bell.
You know, he was a very good hitter for about 7-8 years.
I'm trying to remember. He was a big home run guy. For sure.
He was a big home run guy. He had a big bat.
We got Jerry Brown.
He was not a big bat.
Matt Young.
He's a pitcher, so I'm going to guarantee he wasn't a big bat.
Okay.
Look at that face.
Major,
Just like
he's got the old made you look fingers going on there.
it's like looks like the Joker.
Doug Henry.
He was a steel driving man. Oh wait, that was John Henry. Hey, there's John Olerud.
And he's going up. I get so much.
You know what? I don't think we've had John Olerud.
I get so much flack for putting. I liked John Olerud, and
John Olerud was a very good first baseman, and I think he won championships with those Blue Jays teams.
And he always caught my attention just because of he would wear his batting helmet out on the field.
You got to figure the guy played like 16 or 17 years. He had a career batting average of 295. He had 255 home runs. He was a 2-time World Series champion, 3-time Gold Glove winner. And he is a member of the Baseball Hall of Fame in Canada.
In Canada. That's what I thought.
In Canada. It's like he's got good numbers, but as a first baseman, he's not enough of a thumper to probably get into the Hall of Fame in Canton. Or no, Cooperstown. Sorry, I'm thinking football.
Got Deion James. Hey, look at you. Expansion draft.
Look at him. Joe. What's up, Joe?
Nigel Wilson. Expansion draft for the Marlins.
I don't remember Nigel Wilson, so he must not have done anything for those early teams.
I'm going to guess not.
They threw the jersey on over his polo. I mean, it was picture day.
More expansion draft. Scott Champerino.
Hey, champ. But me might not have been a champ.
Jeff Reardon for the Braves.
Always a solid pitcher. He was always just good enough. Might have even had a 20-win season once. Oh, wow. This is the expansion draft card set.
It seems so, and it looks like that might be just the way the collation goes. Jim Corsi.
Well, I think had an okay career. He had an okay couple of seasons with the Marlins at first.
Got Ken Patterson for the Cubbies.
You know what? Here's the thing. All those, because I would have still been watching the Cubs at that time. And it's like, that's a guy that it's like, I don't ever remember Harry Carey or anybody thinking that he was going to be something special. He was just a guy on the team.
You got Ken Patterson there. Then you got our first insert card, long ball leaders for Felix Jose of the Cardinals. Naturally, the first insert card we get. It's kind of cool. 460 feet. So he hit a 460-foot home run at some point.
It's like, maybe it was at that at bat. I doubt it. I can't imagine that the cameramen for the Cards were there when he hit that home run exactly.
Yeah, probably.
But
not.
he looks like he's hitting a home run on that swing.
Scott Fletcher. Andre Dawson. One of your guys.
Oh yeah, one of my all-time favorites.
Greg Gagne, that's funny. We had a conversation about Greg Gagne this week, and member of the Minnesota Twins Hall of Fame, and two-time World Series champ, great shortstop for the Twins in those late 80s, early 90s. He got released eventually because they had to spend the money to sign Kirby. But I'm a man of my word. He's going up on the wall. I said next time Greg comes up, he can go up there. So until we find a better shortstop, Greg's our guy.
Like, I liked Greg Gagne. I liked those Twins teams.
And if I think it was him that hit, he had a game-winning, game one of the World Series in '91. He hit a home run to win the game, a walk-off home run against Charlie Leibrandt. So,
Yeah, Gagne didn't have a ton of pop in his bat, but he did have some.
Greg Swindell for the Reds.
Greg Gagne, Greg Swindell.
Right. Kevin Moss. He looks like that's a poor man's Tom Brady right there.
Yeah, it does kind of look like Tom Brady, doesn't he?
Yeah.
How weird.
Xavier Hernandez for Astros back when they were in the National League.
So, just off topic real quick, do you know what Greg Gagne's middle name is?
No idea. Hoping it starts with a G.
Carpenter.
Ah.
His middle name is Carpenter.
Interesting.
I don't know if maybe his parents were trying to steer him to a specific career, but you know what? He always had wood in his hands when he was holding the bat. So
there you go.
So there you go. It's like he got there in a roundabout way.
Ruben Sierra.
That is a staple of 90s baseball cards right there, is Ruben Sierra.
Correct. I think he's made one of our teams.
He has.
We got Dimitri Young, rated rookie, but also infielder is what he's listed as, so that's never good. We got Rick Sutcliffe.
Hey, he was on the checklist.
Yeah.
I remember Rick Sutcliffe's name being on the checklist. Now, if we can just get a Randy Knorr.
Mel Rojas. I believe, wasn't he eventually a closer?
Yeah, Mel Rojas eventually did become a closer. He was a good closer. He's been on one of our teams, too.
He must have been a closer from the start, because he only had, he was a saves guy. He was definitely.
Yeah, no, I mean, Mel Rojas, he has been. It's like he's been on one of our teams before. He had 126 saves. Not a ton of saves in his career, but
Rafael.
It's definitely not going to put him in the top 10 like John Franco was.
Rafael Belliard, shortstop.
There he is. It's Rafi.
Oh, and there
it is. It's Ozzie Smith.
It's Ozzie Smith. You know what, Greg? You're gonna stay up. Ozzie's been on.
Ozzie's been on like 4 or 5. I think Ozzie has probably been on more teams than anybody in our thing. We'll just say that Ozzie is going to sit this one out because he's going, you know what? I am tired of being on your all-star teams every week.
There's another one of my favorites, Moises Alou.
Didn't you have some controversy with him or something with?
Yeah. Sometimes when I do my short videos, I like to just put up players. You know, you see the same guys over and over, and every now and then I like to put up a guy who was more of just a favorite of mine. It becomes in the comments of like, how could you put him up over him? And it's like, well, we're going to do another video that probably tomorrow. So let's give this guy a little bit of love. And so, anyway, Moises, you can go up for now. We got
now that's a pitcher that I remember got some hype from Steve Stone and or was it Tom? No, Tom Brenneman wasn't in the booth. It was Steve Stone with Harry Carey, but they were high on Sean Bosky.
Come on, Sean, focus.
But he was never he never reached those heights.
Bummer. We got Stan Belinda.
In fact, he probably got reached higher than Sean Bosky.
Pete Incaviglia.
Pete Incaviglia. Boy, the necklace is going crazy on him.
Yeah. When I played baseball, I could never have a necklace. I couldn't stand it bouncing around on when I was running.
It's like, I think that's the way most of those guys are. They try to tuck it away, but it looks like his flew out of there.
Oh, yeah. It's not 1993 without the flip-up sunglasses.
They should bring those back.
Oh, they totally should. I don't know why they don't. They were just so cool.
Was that our first pack?
Second pack.
Or second?
Second pack. Well, this is series 2, so you're going to see it's kind of the whole run of cards, which means you're going to get more of those players that, aren't the big name guys like Milt Thompson. No, he was all right. I'm never a Cardinals fan, so not going to give him credit, but there's Mr. Charlie Hayes for the expansion draft, who eventually made it back to the Yankees. Caught the game-winning pop-up Chipper Jones that lost me some money.
Way to go, Charlie.
It's all his fault.
Yeah. Doing his job.
For doing his job. Winning a World Series, you jerk.
What a jerk. Doesn't he think about the little guy that could have lost money if he would have...
Jack Armstrong, expansion draft for Marlins. All right, that's a great... Armstrong might be the perfect pitcher name. Now that I think about it.
It's like he probably had like an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. It's like, oh no, Jack Armstrong is up. He's gonna... No, he barely got it here.
Dennis Rasmussen. Hey, there's a guy I liked. Aaron Holmes. He made it for not a bad pitcher for us.
He wasn't a bad pitcher. Good bullpen guy. But when he got rocked, he got rocked.
Yes, he did. That's interesting. So they actually have a traded series in here, too. So he was traded 11/17 of 92 to the Marlins.
So Jack Armstrong was 40-65 with a 4.58 ERA, 510 strikeouts, played about 7 seasons. He was an All-Star in 1990 and a World Series champion in 1990 with those Reds.
Nice.
So he's got a ring, he's got an All-Star game, and he's got a baseball card. What else could he want?
A name like Randy?
A name like Randy Bush? That's not Randy Knorr.
No. All right. Ooh. The obligatory solid catcher. He was on our team. He made our team last week.
He did make our team last week. Very good catcher. Not a very good defensive catcher because he couldn't make that 30% throw-out rate, but he was a very good offensive. He wasn't a liability behind the plate. But he was definitely a plus at the plate.
He's a rated rookie, and this This is a cool card. I'm going to set it off to the side. He's not going to make it this week, but only because he was on last week's team. And Brian Harper's going to stay a little longer. We got
A little longer.
Mike Devereaux, center fielder for the Orioles. He looks like he's tripping in that picture.
Actually, he looks like he's 45 years old. It's like, Mike, buddy, you're aging fast.
All right, there's our third baseman. Wade's going to make it.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. And he's still with the Sox in that one. I would have to see him in that terrible Yankees uniform.
Got Todd Pratt for the Phillies. Catcher.
It's like, hey, no smiling during the anthem.
Rod Tingley. Doug Drabek, pitcher for the Pirates.
You know, he was actually a really good pitcher, too. Just nowhere near Nolan Ryan's level, but I like Doug Drabek.
Not many were near Nolan Ryan's level.
No.
So.
Not this guy, that's for sure. No, because he was an infield and a catch. Look at it. He looks like he's a pitcher in this, but he's...
Yeah,
that fooled me because I'm sitting there going, I've never heard of the guy. And then I'm going, okay, he looks like a pitcher. And it's like, no, he's got no gear. He's got the big catcher's mitt, but...
And he's not throwing the ball like that's not a traditional grip for throwing a ball.
No, I mean, it looks like he's trying to throw a split finger fastball.
Maybe he was.
Not a four seam, just a split finger.
Kim Jones looks like a infield utility tool. Mike Munoz for the Tigers.
There is somebody out there in the world that it's like he's a Tigers fan, and if he saw this video, he'd go, I remember Mike Munoz.
Yeah. Well, if that listener exists and you want this Mike Munoz card, it's all yours. I'll mail it to you.
Yeah.
Jose Melendez, right-handed pitcher for the Padres. They really get some good close-up shots of these guys.
Well, it's like you're almost wondering, it's like, what's he thinking? What's he thinking at that moment? It looks like he's going, oh, I missed high and out. It's like I missed high and outside. That's not a good pitch.
Jim Austin.
Is that the guy that Dasha was singing about in her song Austin? No, it was a town. Never mind. It wasn't you, Jim. Sorry.
Kevin Tapani. He was around a lot in the 90s. Good pitcher.
Yep.
I mean, solid pitcher. Jack McDowell here for the White Sox. I like a lot of these pictures. It's fun to see like the facial expressions and the action shots, and it just to me it's nice to see the whole. You're catching moments in time. It's not a posed picture, and I like that about these types of cards.
Yeah, because it's like you'd like to know. It's like, did he throw a strike? Was it was it a ball? Was it a home run? What exactly at that moment was that pitch?
There's Nolan.
And there are other people that say you're overthinking it. Stop that. Nolan, I guarantee you, it was a strike.
Oh, this is my favorite name so far, Ricky Bones.
Actually, it was Ricky Bonus.
You can.
I don't know because I think he was. I can't remember what country Ricky Bonus was from. Only reason I know it is because, of course, it's like I heard the name on SportsCenter once, and maybe they had it wrong.
His name is Ricky. Nobody's looking at that and saying Bonus, right?
Ricky Bonus, yeah.
It's Ricky.
No,
Bones.
It's like more than likely people are going Ricky Bones. Actually,
Yeah.
Ricky Bones would be a better name.
Roberto Hernandez.
Ooh, that is not a good picture of Ricky Bonus. He is a heavy boy in his older age. Yeah, no, he was never great. Bounced around the league quite a bit.
Mike McFarland. Mike, two Mikes in a row. Mike Gardiner.
At least it wasn't Mike Greenwell.
And we'll end on Gary Redis.
Oh, you broke the Mike streak.
I broke it. Well, Gary broke it.
Yeah, Gary broke it. It's like it was Gary's fault. Way to go, Gary. Why couldn't your name be Mike? Was that in the era of everybody wanted to be like Mike?
Everybody still wants to be like Mike.
Yeah, a billionaire.
Well, yeah.
Holy cow!
That's the
Boom,
checklist guy.
shakalaka!
That's the checklist guy, Randy Knorr. I said, boy, I hope you get a Randy Knorr card. We got him.
I don't like you. I don't like you at all.
It's like, how could you not like it? Look at that. You never see that picture of a catcher ever, because it looks like he's being overpowered by the ball or something.
Mm-hmm. That's funny that we actually got that card. I was hoping it would pop up, and look at that, it's front and center, right on that pack.
Yep, that was perfect. It's like Randy Knorr says, I will not disappoint you. Although my career, I probably disappointed many of my teams.
We got Mike Stanley. Rick Sutcliffe is back. He's making his case. Come on, guys, put me on the wall.
It's like, you know what? 2 Rick Sutcliffes don't even make a Nolan Ryan, so no.
Got Terry Leach. Looks like he was a bit of a submarine guy, maybe a
little bit of sidearm going there, or looks like it could be, because he's really got a low or a long stride, and
his knee is touching the ground. That's odd. So maybe this wasn't a pitch. I mean, it looks like he's throwing a pitch. I don't know.
I would say he's throwing a pitch. Chipper. Whoa. Look where they have him listed.
I know, shortstop. That's weird.
It's like he was a legend at third, but he's listed as a shortstop. They thought this is going to be our shortstop.
Look at his face. He goes, guys, I'm not a shortstop. What are we doing here?
He just goes, oh, this is the wrong part of the field for me to be on.
That's cool, though.
He says, I'm never going to make the major league team if I get put here.
A rated rookie of Chipper Jones. That one's going to go off to the side with the other one. That's neat.
Yeah, because it's nice when you see those rated rookies and you know they had great careers. I mean, the thing is, that card, when he had that picture taken, he's probably wishing he didn't have that look on his face.
Now here's the problem. We've now pulled Chipper and Charlie Hayes, and he's forever going to know in this pack that Charlie Hayes caught his pop-up.
It's like, maybe that's the face he's making. It's like, oh, that jerk caught that ball.
Jim Eisenreich. Tom Henke.
He was pretty good for a little bit. I think he got some championships with those Blue Jays teams.
Jeff Fry. He's swinging for the fences, man.
I'm guessing that Jeff Fry didn't send it deep too many times in his career. Let's look up Jeff Fry's
most second
career numbers.
In 92, he had 1 home run.
Ooh. So in his career, add 15 more to that, and you get his career home run numbers.
There you go.
And he played about 10 seasons in the MLB. You know what? Jeff Fry in the year 2000 was a Colorado Rocky.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. I wonder what he did with the Colorado Rockies. Let's look. Oh, he was traded here. So he was traded here from Boston. And while he was with us, he played 37 games. Okay, so here's the fun part. He had no home runs for us.
Sure.
and 3 RBIs. He stole 4 bases. He stole more bases than he had RBIs. But his batting average, 356 in 37 games.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, surprised he didn't play more.
Jose Mesa, Indians.
Good pitcher.
Good pitcher.
Great
See,
pitcher.
Tommy, you picked the wrong week, my friend.
That poor guy always picks the wrong weeks, except for 1 week where we just kept him up there and we wouldn't take him down. But he deserves. He is a great pitcher and deserves to take a back seat to no one. But unfortunately, you take a back seat to Nolan Ryan.
Yes, you do.
And Greg Maddux and
We
Roger Clemens.
Now the only thing we need to do is pull a Robin Ventura card. So Juan Gonzalez arguably could go up on the center. Well, he's a center field. He's not going to beat out Griffey.
But it's like if Griffey's over there, I'd easily see Juan over and right. I liked Juan Gonzalez. So it's like I don't think he's made any of our teams.
No,
I mean, nobody has to come down for him, do they?
No. Because we got Moises Alou, Ken Griffey Jr., and now Juan Gonzalez.
That's a good outfield. I like that outfield.
Nope, I lied because Ruben Sierra's up there too. So, but I think we could take Ruben down.
Yeah, Ruben's been on one of these. And I think Juan was a little bit better than he was. But Ruben definitely had more years. I mean, Ruben played, I think, forever. It was just very durable and stuck around.
There's another Cubby for you. Jim Bollinger.
So, guess Steve Stone and Harry Carey, high on him or not?
Oh, they had to have been stoked on him.
Oh, they were. They thought Jim Bollinger was going to be a guy. But he was okay. He was never great. I think he became bullpenger.
Just I got the perfect sound effect for most of these Cubbies guy pitchers. Ready?
Yeah. Well, if they're up to bat.
I knew this was going to happen because Greg's up on the wall, and then you get Cal Ripken Jr. to come.
Well, it's like you've had Cal Ripken and Ozzie Smith. I mean, they just see Greg Gagne up there and go, no, we don't like you up there on that wall. And all these other shortstops are going, I think we should be up there.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm a man of my word, and everybody in this world should be a man of their word. I don't care who you are. I'm leaving Greg up. Cal's been on plenty of teams. He will be on many more because he is one of the greatest players of all time.
Okay, so here's a question for you.
Yes.
We've had Cal Ripken Jr. and we've had Ozzie Smith. If you could pick between one of those two guys, because they both played their entire careers with one team, who do you take?
Ripken.
Yeah, I agree. You take Ripken, more of a bat, not as good defensively, but he had more of a bat, and I think he was probably a little bit, that bat, and he was still a good fielder.
And I liked
good enough.
I liked both of those guys. Ripken was, Ozzie. I liked watching Ozzie play. He had the backflip. He's a wonderful baseball player, but Ripken he steals the show. Just like Nolan. Nolan Ryan's the same.
Wait, does Cesar Hernandez steal the show?
No.
No. I was trying for you, buddy.
We got Derek Bell out for the Blue Jays.
The bell does not toll for you, Derek.
Eddie Taubensee. Solid catcher.
Solid catcher.
Ooh, another solid catcher, John Flaherty.
Wow. Dueling solid catches.
Right. Alan Trammell, another shortstop.
Look at that. That is our third really good shortstop.
Yep. And the thing is Alan Trammell definitely is going to knock out Gagne. But Gagne's staying up. Man of my word.
Why is Alan Trammell carrying the bat with him as he runs?
I don't know. Got Mark Leiter, decent pitcher. David Segui, first baseman. I don't know if we have a first baseman yet. Oh, yeah, we do. Olerud. Never mind. Olerud's up there.
Yeah, it's like Segui can't take out Olerud.
Another cool picture. They got the ball either coming. It's either leaving the bat or just about to hit the bat. But that's a cool.
I think it's about to hit the bat. I don't think he's made contact yet.
Yeah.
Because look at how the track is going. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like the ball is coming and going because the blur or whatever looks like it could be going both ways.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting one, but I like the picture a lot.
Yeah, it's a good picture.
And then you got Edgar Martinez, arguably another guy that could go up on the wall. Him and Wade Boggs, you could probably interchange those two guys pretty readily.
Yeah, but I was always more of a Boggs fan than an Edgar Martinez fan. I like them both, but I was definitely more of a Boggs guy until he went to the Yankees.
You got Frank Castillo, another Cubbies pitcher that probably got some hype. Ben Rivera for the Phillies. Another Cubbies shortstop, Ray Sanchez. Any interesting?
He was supposed to be the replacement for Sean Dunston. He was okay. He didn't have the bat that Sean Dunston did, but I think he was slightly better of a fielder. But I would still take Sean Dunston over Ray Sanchez.
And we'll end this one on John Kruk.
What's up, Crucky?
See if
we filled out the roster, right? It's only replacements at this point. Everybody's represented.
We're missing somebody. We got
a second base.
Center field, shortstop. Yeah, that's probably what we're missing. Second baseman.
That's because we haven't pulled Biggio.
Yeah, Biggio.
Or Sandberg.
Rhino would be cool.
Or Jeff Blauser. Maybe it was Rafael Belliard. Was he the second baseman? I don't know.
Scott Sanderson, Yankees. Tom Foley, second baseman.
The best second baseman I think I've never heard of.
Brian Harvey for the expansion draft, going to the Marlins.
He was pretty good for them.
Tom Edens was traded in '92 from the Twins to the Astros.
Wonder how that worked out for them. Look at EY. He's back.
He's back. Well, he gets to be our second baseman for now.
Heck yeah.
Knocked over my...
Here's the thing. It's like we haven't gotten a second baseman in a while. He might be able to stay there legit instead of me just going, yeah, he's going to be our DH.
Dave Weathers, drafted in the expansion to the Marlins. Spike Owen, full name. Spike.
Was his real name Spike? Does it have it on the back of the card?
It just says Spike Owen.
Huh. Well, I'm curious. That seems like an interesting first name to be your real first name.
That's kind of cool. Like they show you he got acquired in a trade from the Red Sox in '88. He got traded with pitcher Dan Geckler for pitcher John Dobson and shortstop Luis Rivera. So
his real first name was Spike Owen. It's like it was Spike D. Owen. It's like your middle name is D-E-E, Spike D. Owen.
See, and for the statistical fans, that's a cool thing to put on the back of a card. Like seeing who he got traded for, or vice versa. I really like that. They should do that more often. You got expansion draft, Scott Aldred.
He was never that great for us.
John Smiley, left-handed pitcher for the Twins.
He was never that great for us because I don't think he played for us.
Eddie Taubensie's back. Oh, John Flaherty's
And so is
back.
Flaherty.
So we've got our first repeat of the day.
A repeat of repeats.
And we got Benzinger. We've had him. Hubby Brooks.
Well, now wait a minute. Wasn't Hubie Brooks a coach in basketball?
Oh,
Or he's an analyst now? That's so weird that he's got the same name.
he was acquired in a trade from the Mets for outfielder Dave Gallagher.
Let me see. Nope, Hubie Brown. That's who I'm thinking of. Hubie Brown. Hubie Brooks. There's only one Hubie Brooks that's famous, and it was him.
Oh,
Baseball player, played a long time. I didn't think Hubie Brooks played from 1980 to 1994. Played for quite a few teams. Had 149 home runs, 269 average. Not bad a career at all for you, Hubie Brooks.
Lino
You're definitely towards the end because he retired in '94.
Lino DeShields. Rock Reigns. Sid Fernandez. That's a nice aerial shot. I mean,
It is.
kind of aerial. It's just a little different.
Looks like the guy was like up in the clubhouse seats or whatever and said, "I can get him. I can get a long picture from here of him."
You know, it's interesting.
You know, he's kind of a thick guy too. Maybe he had to get further away to get them all into the picture.
What's interesting, I just was thinking about it, and there's a player on the front of this box of the 93 Donruss that has been very elusive to our team. I don't think if we've pulled him, he hasn't made any of our All-Stars, but Gary Sheffield has not been a card that we have seen, I don't.
We have gotten to Gary Sheffield, but our outfield was stacked and we had to leave him out.
Ah,
But we've only had one Gary Sheffield. Because it's like, but I do remember the name, but I remember we were already stacked in the outfield and we had to kind of leave him out. Even though Sheffield actually has amazing numbers. I think he's got over 500 career home runs.
oh,
He is
Sheffield
definitely.
he was one of my favorite players in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. It's like, always like Gary Sheffield. We'll get a preview if we ever find him. Yeah, 509 career home runs, 292 average, almost 2,700 hits. I mean, definitely 9-time All-Star, World Series champion in 97, NL batting champion in 92. It's like, it'd be nice to get a Sheffield in here.
I like this picture a lot.
It is a good picture.
He's very laser focused wherever that ball is going.
I think that ball is going to first. I think he is trying to throw behind the first baseman and catch him napping.
Nice. We got a checklist.
Wait, do we have any of those players?
Oh, I'm sure we got plenty. There's Olerud.
Stan Belinda, we've gotten. We have not gotten to Dave Magadan. We've never gotten to Dave Magadan. Hey, look, 528 is the checklist.
A checklist for the checklist card.
That's so perfect.
David Valle, Tom Gordon,
Good pitcher.
Don Marzano,
Solid catcher.
solid. Jim Leyritz.
Damn Yankee.
Dan
But he was
Gladden.
actually a pretty good player.
Dan Gladden was pretty good as well.
Yep. I like Dan Gladden, another member of those championship teams in Minnesota.
Another rated rookie for you to look up, Damian Easley.
Damian Easley was pretty good. I like Damian Easley.
Oh, let's see. Got to get it to focus. I think
Did I spell Damian? Yeah, I spelled Damian wrong.
I really like my background, but I think next week we might change it just to get the camera to have a better time.
So Damian Easley, 253 career batting average, 163 career home runs, 684 career runs batted in. He played from 92 to 08, so he had a pretty good long career. He was an All-Star in 98, won the Silver Slugger in 98. I mean, never the best player on the field, but you know what? He had a good long career and stuck around for a while, so good on him.
There you go. That's not
rated rookie. I'd say rated rookie. He did pretty good for himself.
That's not how most of these rated rookies go, so we'll take it.
We've had rated rookies that never make an appearance, and we've had rated rookies that go to jail.
Who was that?
In Venezuela.
Yeah, what was his name?
Totally forgot his name. I'd have to go back to our early videos.
Gosh, I'm trying to think. Anyway, that was a fun one because I remember you're just like, why did he stop? Oh, because
why did he just stop all of a sudden?
Because he went to jail in Venezuela.
Yep.
Billy Hatcher.
So I'm gonna actually look this up. I'm gonna look up Venezuelan baseball player that went to jail. Because we have to know. If it lists more than 6 names, I'm not expecting a lot of names. Okay, so fine. I don't have it.
Oh, it'll come back.
Jeff Urbina went to prison. Not the guy I was thinking of, but yeah,
we got Walt Weiss, eventually a Rocky. He was a Marlin at that point, but eventually went to the Rockies, and then came back to the Rockies to coach later on.
And he was bad as a coach. I'm sorry, he made so many terrible decisions.
So he fit perfectly with the Rockies organization.
He did. He really did.
Mike Fitzgerald, Rudy Sands, 11, 17, and 92. He was traded to the Dodgers for second baseman Jody Reed.
Jody Reed had a pretty decent. He had a pretty okay career. If he was the guy I'm thinking of, I think he was a catcher.
Yeah, Brett Barbary, expansion draft. Mo Sanford, expansion draft.
Didn't do much for us.
Pedro Castellano, expansion draft from the Cubbies. And then we got, a little later on Rocky, Larry Walker.
439. He didn't hit it as far as the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy had 460. He hit 439. So, but Larry Walker has made our All-Star team before. Hall of Famer, first.
But it's like, and of course, one of our all-time favorites.
And I think Larry Walker was the first Rocky to be inducted, right?
Yes, Walker was the first Rocky. Helton went very shortly after him.
Yeah. Oh, we've had Xavier already. We've had Ruben already. Dimitri Young, rated rookie. Unfortunately, it just says infield.
Yeah, it's never a good sign when they just say infield.
Harold Reynolds, second baseman. Tom Goodwin, outfielder for the Dodgers. Todd Burns. Jeff
These aren't exactly this isn't exactly the greatest in the universe.
No. Hey, there's Dave Winfield. Ooh. We're going to put him as our DH because...
Yeah, because I like Dave Winfield.
Well, and he just had such a career. I mean, this is like very, very late in his career. I don't know how much longer he played, but he started in 76? maybe 70, one of the mid 70s. We got Scott Scudder, and you'll be able to dig deep into that this week. And probably not this week because I'm on vacation, so I won't be able to do those cards. So it'll be next week. You can dig deep into Dave Winfield.
Yeah.
We got Jose Rijo. Danny Cox. Dwayne Henry. This pack's been a little underwhelming.
It has been a little bit underwhelming.
Dan Belinda. Milt Hill. When you're getting a guy with the name of Milt, you know it's
Milt. Hi, Milt.
Ricky Jordan, first baseman. Sid Bream to end off this last.
I still remember Sid Bream scoring that winning run. I mean, him sliding into home base with that hook slide to catch his foot on the bait.
Sid Bream wasn't a bad player for sure. All right, this will be the last pack. We opened up quite a bit of cards here. Like I said, it was Series 2. You kind of get a little bit of a mixture of all the players that, they got to fill out the packs with. They can't just be all all-stars.
Yeah, but we've got a good team up there. There really is a lot of really good players.
Jose Lynn traded in 92. See what he was traded for. Pitcher Dennis Muller and pitcher Joel Johnston.
Well, that trade had to just light up the way, or light up the. I can't think of what I'm trying to say. It had to be breaking news on Sports Center.
Right. Not Jim Abbott. Kyle Abbott.
Kyle Abbott. Hey, Abbott.
Dan Plesac. He's a mid-90s staple.
Oh. That's the guy right there.
This is the first, I believe, Barry Bonds card that we've actually pulled while doing this show that's early in his career, not late.
This is the first time we've gotten a Pirates Barry Bonds.
What are we doing here, Randy?
Oh, he's you know what? That's my favorite player of all time. He's got to go up somewhere.
Sorry, Moises, you're out.
It's like, I mean, that is for me, that is the best player to ever play the game. Yeah. And I know I'll get a lot of flack for that, depending on your stance on the steroid era. But I watched him play as a Pirate, as a Giant. It's like he was phenomenal. Although the funny part is he only hit more than 50 home runs one time in his career.
Yeah, but he was a beast. I mean,
he was walked all the time. People were scared of him.
Here's the thing. Do I think he should go in the Hall of Fame? No, because he used steroids. I'm not a steroids guy, but he was still one of the best players. I mean, I can give him that.
Oh, I'd put him in the Hall of Fame on the first ballot, 100% of the vote. I'd give him all the votes.
Got Kamenicki.
Not him. I'm not giving. He's got a Yankees uniform on. I'm not giving you all the votes.
Ooh, looks like he just got some chin music.
He did.
That's a good picture.
Or he's about to throw the bat like a javelin.
I'm going to go chin music. Probably.
Yeah, more than likely that's chin music.
Mark McLemore. Lenny Harris, third base for the Dodgers.
Oh, that's not the hovering second baseman that we're used to seeing in the last packs.
And David Justice is down there, but also he reminds me of Sharperson, who we talked about last week.
It might have had quite the same career, although I think Harris hit more home runs because it's hard not to hit more than 10.
Rob Murphy, Luis Rivera.
Hey, that's the guy that was traded for somebody. One of the earlier pitchers one of the earlier players that you were looking at the back of their card. That was the guy he was traded for.
Yep. And we got Mark Langston, pitcher for the Angels. I think that's the first Angel we've got this week.
But he's not in the outfield. He's on the pitcher's mound.
Bobby Bo.
Look at that. Bobby Bonilla Day. Coming up July 1st. Get your Bobby Bonilla jerseys ready to celebrate the Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yes, sir.
The greatest capitalism day of all time.
Such a smart play, man.
It was, and he still got that money coming for years.
Yep. John Wetland.
I think he did most of his. You know what? I don't know why I'm picturing him as a Yankee.
Got Este Beltre.
Oh, you know what? I don't even remember ever hearing that guy's name.
We got Mike Hartley, tossing the rosin bag.
Not Mike Harkey, Mike Hartley.
Hartley. And then we got a backwards card. Two backwards cards.
What?
What's going on here? Oh, it was just.
Well, there we go.
It was just stuck. All right. We got a repeat of Mark McLemore. Todd Froworth. Mike McFarland. We just had him.
You know, there's a lot of Mikes.
Hey, there's a guy, Carlos Baerga, good second baseman.
Always liked Carlos Baerga.
Yeah, good player. Bob Wickman, Yankees, seen him. There's Big Mo Vaughn.
Big Mo.
We've talked about him plenty.
Yeah, he's been on a couple of our All-Star teams too, so he's made it. Boo! I mean, hey, it's Eric Karros.
Good first baseman, Rocky Killer.
That's why I don't like you, Eric.
Brian Jordan, nice little action shot there. Good picture.
It's like he is going to make that catch, but he should have flipped down the glasses.
Yeah.
It'll look cooler that way.
All right, the last player for this week, 93 Donruss, which I'm a fan of this set. I've been enjoying this one. So
yeah, it's a good set. I like the cards. I like the pictures. They did a good job on this set.
Kind of bummed to see it go, but we'll do some more. I got plenty of packs to open out of this box, so we'll do some more short videos on them. But as for now, we'll see what our last card's going to be when we focus up. Come on, camera. You made it this far. You can make it. There we go. All right. Our last player. Oh, Jose Rio.
Who is this guy?
Back to the repeat. Oh, no. We know who Jose Rio is. I think he even won a World Series with the 90 Reds team. I think it was the 90 that they won their championship. So I know Jose Rio was a big part of that.
Yep. All right.
It's like he was a good player. He just never going to get on the wall because he was never that level of player.
Well, we got a decent team set up here. Dave Winfield, Griffey Jr., Boggs, Young, Gonzalez, Ryan, Gagne, Harper. Man, Brian Harper stayed up there the whole time.
He did.
That'll be an interesting
one. I don't
one.
think we ever really ran across a better catcher.
That'll be an interesting one for you to do a recap on, that's for sure. We'll get to hear about Nolan Ryan, Barry Bonds, John Olerud.
Just those two. Two of my all-time favorite players together on the same team. That's fun.
This is going to be...
And Griffey. Griffey's always been a favorite of mine.
This is going to be a good team to overlook just to see how it all plays out. But it'll be a good one. We'll have to wait a week. Like I said, Randy won't get these cards until next week, so it'll be.
That's right. I still got I still got the infield and the outfield to do from. I kind of saved them for this week, so I still have the infield and the outfield to go from our last. That was at the 95 tops.
Yeah.
Or what was last week? Yeah. So I still have.
Oh, 94. Sorry, 94 score.
94. Yeah. It's like, so I still have those cards.
Well, not a bad set. I really like them. Don't remember them. I don't think I ever opened any of them. So this was fun going back to 1993 and actually looking at these when I hadn't seen them before. So a little bit of nostalgia, take you back to that, opening that first pack back in 1993 and looking at the cards and getting a bunch of people you didn't know, but you pull that Barry Bonds or that Ken Griffey Jr. Maybe. That's why you do it. Well, Randy, I'll keep posting short videos this week. He'll have his recap with some of the last week's 94 scores. So if you like stats, it's a very stat-heavy recap of our all-star team, but it's a fun listen. I was a stats guy back in the 90s. I didn't have any way to get the stats other than reading the paper, so I would sit down and read the paper and see what all the stats were for the players any given day. Occasionally, I'd get to see somebody who had cable would have Sports Center and I could watch it, but for the most part, it was all reading it out of the newspaper. And so when I listened to Randy's recap, there's some bring back some old memories. Have a listen.
The thing is, it's like I'm still old enough to remember when Denver had two newspapers, when we had the Rocky Mountain News and the Denver Post. And I always liked the Rocky Mountain News better because the Rocky Mountain News just opened like a book, whereas the Denver Post has the fourfold, and I hate that. I always have hated that. It's too big. Whereas it's like the Rocky Mountain News just opened like a book and was more reasonably sized.
Yep, two papers. I do remember that.
Yeah, the Rocky Mountain News got overtook though.
And the Rocky Mountain News was also cheaper than the Denver Post, so that was nice.
But that was the paper. I remember my dad had a subscription to the Rocky Mountain News, and that was the one that it was always always on the doorstep. Then he went to the Denver Post, and for at first when he got the Denver Post, because the Rocky Mountain News wasn't even an option, he was ticked because it's like they wouldn't get it to the house sometimes, And it's like, man, it's like the Rocky Mountain News was there every time on time, and it's like the Denver Post took over the route and couldn't do it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, Randy. Well, that'll wrap up this episode. Closing out the episode, that's a dumb time to do it, but I always go back to the give us a like, subscribe. They're free. They help us out. All that good stuff. I don't like to beg, but, if I didn't have to say it, I wouldn't, but we're doing okay. Like and subscribe, though. It's free. We like it. And next week, we'll be back with, haven't decided yet. We'll get something lined up for next week's video. Always fun. And I don't know. I think that's it. You got anything else to add, Randy?
I got nothing. There's so many sports to pay attention to. NCAA tournament. I even forgot about that. We got March Madness going. It's like, holy smokes, so much stuff.
So much stuff, and that's why I'm on vacation. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for me and Randy, thanks again, everybody, for watching. And we will see you next week.